There was a time when I said that the amazing Lucas may be a degenerate race hustler, but he was at least smarter than the average race hustler. My mistake. This concerns the hanging death of Demartrayvion Reed, also known as Trey Reed. He was found hanging on a college campus at Delta State University, and all the race hustlers, despite their glee, decided to put on their frowny faces and pretend to care about his life. In this video, the amazing Lucas will employ the critical thinking skills you'd expect of the SS Benjamin Crump Division, and your neurons will pay the price. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
They must think we're stupid.
If you include me in the they tribe, then they do. And the cure for that is to not publish stupid arguments in stupid videos. More on this mysterious they tribe later.
So while everyone has been worrying about the debacle of Charlie Kirk's situation, there is actually an event that has taken place that deserves our attention, that deserves our empathy and our sympathy.
Essentially, if the person who dies is white, we don't care.
And that is the case, the mysterious death of an individual, a 21-year-old college student named Trey Reed. Now, Trey Reed was going to Delta University in Mississippi, mind you, and his body was found hanging from a tree. Now, anyone who knows anything about the history of this country, forget Mississippi, understands that a hanging from a tree of a black man is not a coincidence.
What would be coincidental? No one is claiming that this just happened by chance. It wasn't accidental. We're 47 seconds in and it's already stupid.
And one thing that I've noticed is that there's a pattern of them trying to say that these are suicides.
And the reason is that in nearly every instance, they are. Let me change that. In every instance, unless you can name an example of a real lynching of a black person in the past, say, 40 years, they are suicides.
I am old enough to remember Javion McGee. Maybe you guys may not remember, but Javion McGee, same situation. They said he was leaning with a rope around his neck on a tree. Same situation, a lynching.
No, it was clearly a suicide. They traced the rope he used to his purchase of it the night before, and on the way out of the store, he gave a homeless man all the money he had. It was like $250. And there's video of him leaving his truck to go out in the woods by himself, where he was later found. McGee probably never realized that his personal pain would be a useful tool for race hustlers to try and win online arguments. Hustlers.
In the meantime, the sheriff trying to tamp down rumors that are swirling on social media.
The rope was wrapped around his neck. It was not a noose. It was not a knot in the rope. So therefore, it was not a lynching here in Vance County.
I miss you like a hog miss slop.
I miss you like a hog misses slop, but hogs love slop. Okay, I didn't see the movie, so I have no idea if that is accurate or not.
The sheriff has come out. The police of Delta University has come out. Black person. And I want you to just take note of this. Anytime it has to deal with a black death, they will 9 out of 10 get a black sheriff, get a black governor, have a black mayor. That's what they do. They do that all the time. And they do that to have plausible deniability.
It's not like you have a wide choice of sheriffs to choose from.
What about Sheriff Bill?
Nah, he's white.
Sheriff James?
Hello, he's Indian.
What about Sheriff Julius? He's black.
Perfect. There's only one sheriff in the county. If he's black, he's black. This may be difficult for race hustlers to understand, but in a lot of these communities, the local sheriff and mayor are black. And if the mayor is white, and you have him tell the world the bad news, they'll just claim he's racist, so you can't win. At this point, we can start employing some critical thinking skills, and one of the strategies is to ask, what would you say to a black leader to convince him to lie to the public about the murder of a black community member? What do you say?
Sheriff Julius, we know that Trevor was murdered by 3 white boys, but we were wondering if you'd be willing to tell everyone that he killed himself.
Well, the amazing Lucas has an answer, and it will befuddle you, guaranteed.
Well, Lucas, how can there be a... You heard the black sheriff. He said they didn't find anything. Well, you saw the black mayor. He said nothing happened. Well, you saw the black principal. That's the hustle that they do. And they've been doing this for quite some time, mind you.
And in every instance, they're able to convince the black community leader to cover up the murder of a fellow black person, often an innocent kid, to protect a pack of white murderers. Not a single time in the last 40 years has one of the black leaders decided to tell the truth about a murder. They're willing to go along with this lie every time? Okay, you hold on to that thought.
Damn. The sheriff comes out and says he's found no foul play and he didn't see any broken bones. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know how someone can see a fracture. Unless you happen to be Superman, I'm not sure how you can, off the rip, just see, yeah, that person's arm is fractured. There usually needs to be a little more evaluation, a little more investigation, an autopsy, say, if you will, on the body. At least a medical doctor of some kind.
Okay, remember what he said here. It takes a highly trained medical expert to examine a body and identify a broken limb. If you're not highly trained and haven't performed a professional examination of the body, you can't tell if it has any broken bones. Remember that, because he's now going to destroy his own argument.
Now, of course, the evaluation currently right now, and a full autopsy has been done, but right now they are saying, hey, there's no signs of there was a fight or a struggle, that this is more in lines with suicide. This goes contradictory to what the cousin has said. Now, the cousin said they spoke with another cousin saying that, hey, he had broken arms and a broken leg.
Now, I just got off the phone with one of my cousins. She said she seen the reports and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms was broken and he had a broken leg.
Oh, so this cousin must be a highly qualified medical specialist who conducted a professional examination of the body, right? Except she didn't conduct the examination at all. She only claimed to see a report, but it wasn't the coroner's report because that report stated clearly that there were no broken limbs. Do you see how far removed from credible this account is? The dude in the video, who we don't know, didn't see the body. He got his info from another person, who we don't know, and who didn't see the body, who claimed she saw it in a report written by someone else, who we don't know, and for all we know, never saw the body. More recently, the state medical examiner conducted an investigation and found no broken limbs either. So we have the police, the county coroner, and the state medical examiner, all of whom got to see the body, state that there were no broken limbs. And to counteract that claim, the amazing Lucas asks us to believe a double hearsay claim. Well, this is beyond double hearsay. It's double hearsay from unnamed sources who admit they had no first-hand knowledge of the facts. Do you see how dumb this is? My advice to the amazing Lucas is that if he's ever called for jury duty and wants out of it, he can show this video to the judge. As for the kid in the video, he's another Dorian Johnson, and his deceitful foolishness can get someone killed. He's lying, and for the same reason that Dorian Johnson lied. He wants to stir up trouble.
Now, to be honest with you, how I break this down, all right, given the climate where we are, how I break this down is the same way of what we saw what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. That had no one stepped in, had the GBI not stepped in, they would have brushed that under the rug. And in cases like this, with something that's so grotesque as a lynching, something that is emblematic of this country's treatment to Black Americans, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw this under the rug, just as they did Javion McGee.
As a reminder, Javion McGee's death was not thrown under the rug. I'm not even sure how you throw something under a rug. No matter, it was properly investigated and properly ruled a suicide.
Because you have to understand what they risk upon them coming out and say, hey, bunch of white kids lynched that black boy, that 20-year-old college student, someone who was looking to better his life. Same thing with Javion McGee. Upon that happening, I would argue all hell breaks loose. That's what I would argue. The point in time that they confirm a lynching by white youth of a black person on a college campus or anywhere is game over, fam. It's genuinely game over, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. It's no more playtime. It's no more division. It is game over. It is literally, all right, we are going to get justice one way or another. As Malcolm X says, the bullet or the ballot.
This is a call for violence. Make no mistake about it. He's praying for a time when an atrocity is committed against a black person, that the black people of this country rise up and go all John Brown on the white population. Mind you, he's not going to lead the charge. He's hoping that someone in the comment section of his video will. Let's take a look.
Yachty here says, game over. They'll stop killing us when we make them.
He's had enough. And the Jughead 138 responds,
thank you, brother. Another brother with backbone and courage.
Courage to do what? And then Rogue Grave 4053 says,
let's go.
Do what? None of these cowards are going to do anything. I swear, if anyone in the comment section of my video feigned violence like this, they'll be gone from my comment section.
So, in all honesty, my belief is they have no option but to deem this a suicide. That's why you got the sheriff saying one thing. You have the coroner, agreeing with the sheriff. They all have their narrative in line. Same thing that happened with Javion McGee. Same thing that happens whenever we see a black person who has been hung. Well, it's a suicide. Well, there's no signs of any type of stress or, any type of distress. None of that. It's just, that's what happened. Because I guarantee that they fear the backlash that would occur in this country. That's my take, okay, mind you. And to coincide that and to frame it as retaliation for Charlie Kirk, because that's how it would be seen. I just want you to understand. That's how it would be seen, because they are blaming black people for what happened to Charlie Kirk. They are going out of their way and cherry picking black people who may be indifferent to what happened to Charlie Kirk and saying, hey, look, this is proof that they hate us. This is proof that they hate us. Once again, always a victim complex.
Ah, the mysterious they. There's this tribe out there called the They tribe, although you'd probably have to place a wild apostrophe in there like they. This tribe has immense powers, yet no one knows who belongs to it. It can convince a team of professionals to conspire to cover up murder. It can issue declarations about the role played by blacks in the deaths of famous celebrities. But I thought the They tribe was blaming LGBTQ and liberals for the shooting of Charlie Kirk. And this They tribe has a victim complex. Wow, look who's talking. I mean, think about this. There now has to be a conspiracy between the police chief and the county coroner, but the state medical examiner has also weighed in. And so all three professional men agree to lie to the public? Oh, I forgot. We have the counterclaim by the cousin of a cousin who said she saw a report.
So if that narrative gets out, right, that is all hands on deck, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, not all hands on deck. Your hands are not going to be on deck. You're not doing anything now, despite the fact that you're convinced this was a murder, right? You think it was a murder? You're telling us that. So what are you doing? Are you going to lead the charge? Are you going to do something about it? No.
And it's gotten to the point where many are like, hey, either we fight together or we die separately.
Okay, but I don't see any fight in you. So you must be willing to die separately.
Now, just to highlight the hypocrisy, the same people who are telling me and telling other black people, well, they already said that there was no foul play. Why are you guys trying to race bait? The sheriff, who is black, already said he didn't see any broken bones. Why are you guys trying to race bait, huh? Why are you guys trying to fearmonger? These are the same people that will say that, hey, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. These are the same people that will say that.
It's more than just the official narrative here. It also has to do with common sense. We are being asked to believe that Trey Reed was beaten so badly that he had a broken leg and 2 broken arms. Or was it 2 broken legs and a broken arm? That story keeps changing. Regardless, that would have to be a brutal beating involving at least 2 and probably 3 men. And no one heard it? No one on a college campus heard the screams and shouting from an extended beating? And then these perps would have to carry a body out into a public area, string up a rope, lift the dude up the tree, and not have anyone notice. If Trey was found out in the woods, then murder would be more plausible. But in public? When they had the 2 hangings in Southern California, I called it immediately that they were suicides because I'm smart enough to realize just how hard it is to hang someone against their will. And I was right.
So, in that case, the official narrative, right, is that, hey, he did this to himself. And they're quick to say, that's not true. There's no way that happened. That's bullcrap. That's a cover-up. But when it comes to a black victim, hey, that's the official narrative, okay? If you don't believe the official report that Epstein offed himself, but you do believe the official report that Trey Reed got a rope and hung himself from a tree in Mississippi as a black man, I think you're a racist, evil, wicked person. I think you're part of the lineage of evil. And I think Judgment Day is coming sooner than you think.
So if we don't buy into your arguments, we're evil and we'll go to hell. We are required to believe that Epstein didn't kill himself and Trey Reed didn't kill himself. I think they call this the fallacy of limited options. Actually, I think the evil one is the one that will prostitute a tragedy for personal gain, and that's what the Amazing Lucas is doing. Losing a loved one to suicide has to be a horrific experience. There's the pain of not only losing that person in your life, but also the emotional trauma of understanding what that loved person was going through. And there's often guilt from believing that you didn't do enough to help them, or even worse, caused their suffering. In many cases, the family members never fully recover. And what makes it worse is when the community of race hustlers pretending it cares refuses to let you come to grips with what happened. They prod you relentlessly to question the evidence, take public stands, and to spend all your money on hiring private investigators. They want you to believe that your loved one endured horrific torture at the hands of their favorite enemy, so that they can place his photo on a placard and march down. They want to bang tambourines and yell into megaphones, or cut YouTube videos. This is the life the race hustlers love, and if you're a family member of a suicide victim and you acknowledge the truth, the race hustlers will hate you. They'll call you a sellout, the white man's pawn, because you're denying the race hustlers what they crave. In the comments section, tell me if I'm wrong.
Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you believe, that's a threat. You just threatened people. I can't believe you did that. That's the official report. Or if you don't believe, no. I just want you to be clear. That was not a threat in any shape or form or any type of fashion or manner. That's just simply saying that, hey, Judgment Day is coming. That we do not know the time or the day in which we will depart from this planet.
This is the MO of the Amazing Lucas. He urges his followers subtly to engage in violent behavior, then claims that he's not threatening anyone. No, don't take this as a threat. I'm not saying to go out and do these horrible things that I just planted in your mind. No. Like my video and subscribe to my channel. And tonight, I'm going to be covering these lynchings in more detail on a live stream. Stay tuned for that.